What is up, guys? Welcome back to Backroad Apex. My name is Jordan, and today we are in my project car. Now, this looks like a piece of junk to probably the majority of you guys online, but if you've been watching my other channel, you guys know that this has been a car that I've been working on for about a month now. I bought it a month ago, and we're gonna go put some miles on it today. This is my 2003 Volkswagen Jetta GLI with the 2.8 liter 24 valve VR6 and a 6-speed manual. I promised you guys when I did the video on my Mark 7 that I did have a manual car at home. This is said manual car. So my friend has been in here messing with it, so my heated seats are turned on. Not that I think they work, but I'm gonna get the car outside and we're gonna do a quick walk around while it's warming up. My neighbor's outside cutting his grass, so that's gonna make filming that kind of tricky, but we're gonna do what we can with this. So, all right, let's get a good old VR6 cold start. All right, so I'm gonna move the car outside so we can get a bit of a walk around, but yeah, she's got 193,000 miles, and yeah, she's definitely a little old. All right. I'll pop it in neutral and just kind of roll it back. So this is it, 2003 Jetta GLI VR6. I bought this car for $1,400. It was pretty far gone when I got it, and I've done a lot of work to save it with me and my friends. We put a new front bumper and core support on it. We've got this really nice Bora V6 4Motion badge in the grille, a model we never got here in the States. We raised the suspension. It's on Raceland Classics. It came to me like that. I did not put those on here willingly. We raised it up. It needs to be raised a little bit more in the front or dropped a little bit more in the back to level it out. This is where it needs the most work, as this trunk is far gone. I'm actually trying to replace this with an 04 trunk that has the lip built into it, and then this quarter needs to be fixed. So I put these 04 GLI taillights in it. I think they look fantastic. It needs a full exhaust. Right now the tip actually rusted off of the car, so it doesn't have a full exhaust tip, so it drones quite a bit. And then the interior needs to be cleaned up. But let's go ahead and look under the hood. You guys can see the dash is lit up, and I'll explain all that as we go. But let's take a quick look under the hood of this car. The hoods on these are infamously buggy, and that is the same issue for me. There she is, 2.8 liter 24 valve VR6. 193,000 miles. It's got a bit of an exhaust leak back there. We've traced it. I just need to actually get it fixed. So yeah, she's a project. It needs a lot of work, but it is a work in progress nonetheless. The hood release on these, is anyone who's been around Mark 4s long enough knows, they are buggy and they don't like to work. But yeah, we're just gonna take this for a brief little cruise. I'm not gonna be pushing this car hard at all because I drive it maybe once every 2 weeks. So in reality, I'm trying to keep the miles off of this thing. But anyway, let's get out and go for a little spin in this car. So this is my 03 VR6 Jetta. This is kind of in the style of Tedward's 911, except on a much crappier scale. I've owned this car for a little over a month, and I've done a lot of maintenance trying to save it and fix it back up. So it actually wasn't all that drivable when I first got it. And now it is in a very loose state. It needs an alignment. The windshield's wrecked. The turn signals don't work. It needs timing chains. It's definitely in need of timing chains, but it's just good enough to drive. And that's why you're not going to see me do any pulls. I'm still learning manual too. So yeah, it needs chains. We replaced the bushings with solid shifter bushings. It drives pretty okay now, but it definitely still needs a lot of work. But this video is to serve as, should you save a $1,400 car? Because that's what I paid for this thing. And a lot of you guys are probably already like, no way, why would you do that? But this thing came to me in relatively drivable shape. We drove it on the trailer, we drove it off the trailer, I drove it around for a little bit. The shifter bushings were completely destroyed when I got it, so it didn't actually go into first gear for the longest time. But now it does, as you guys can clearly tell. We're gonna go a different way than I went last time I was out here because, you know, change it up a little bit. This thing has such a good exhaust note for being a stock exhaust with no exhaust tip, really. So it has brand new solid Diesel Geek shift bushings in it. It is still a 200,000 mile shifter, so it does have its moments, but it does at least grab every gear now, as that was the problem with this thing in the first place. It just didn't grab first gear. So now that it does, it's no big deal. So I guess I should address the elephant in the room, the lights on the dash. So the front right speed sensor is bad. The brake pad wear sensors are just non-existent on this car. I don't know what happened to them. And the airbag light is, I assume, from the seat being messed with at some point. But I'm gonna have the clock spring off this car anyway to replace the turn signal switch, since that is not allowing the turn signals to function. So we'll figure that out pretty soon. This thing drives actually fairly good. That's probably the craziest thing to me about it, is it's a $1,400 car that drives like a $3,000 car. It gets up to speed, it drives good, you know, it doesn't have any major problems as far as I can tell, other than the timing chains are definitely gonna be ready to be replaced pretty soon. So that's on my list of things to do in the very immediate future. But I do have a lot of stuff to work on this part of things, because the interior is pretty bad in this car. I will say it needs a lot of work. That's probably the biggest problem with this car, is the interior. So I have all the parts to convert this car to a 2004.5 interior. Looks like someone has had an accident up here. That's unfortunate for them. Hopefully everyone's okay. It does have a bit of rev hang as well, and I'm not entirely sure where that's come from, but it's been doing it off and on since I got it. But yeah, $1,400. Was this car worth saving? I think it is, and I think that once the time is done and all the work is done to this car, the steering is straight, the gauge cluster and all the interior has been done, the bodywork's been finished, the interior's clean, the exterior looks just as good, I think this car is going to be magnificent. It's everything I wanted. It's a VR6 with a manual transmission, and I think once the investment is spent, this car will be exactly what I wanted out of it. Was, you know, a fun, lightweight car to kind of throw around. This car does weigh about 3,200 pounds, so it's not a Lotus Elise by any means, but it is still a fairly lightweight by modern standards car. So I don't know, it's kind of nice. See, there was the rev hang. So I know there's like a bunch of different things that can cause that with these cars. I've read the clutch switch could have a vacuum leak somewhere. Not entirely sure. But not gonna do any heavy throttle pulls because I don't want to chance it. But this thing has been pretty fun to own. It drives fairly okay. You know, it brakes, it goes, it does everything you need. It just needs a little bit of love, so it'll be super fun to push out and, you know, rev out and all that kind of stuff. It did only make 200 horsepower when it was new, guys. The 2.8 is not a powerful motor, but you know, for what I want out of it, that's fine. I already have my fast car. You guys saw in the last video my Mark 7 GTI, and that car is my horsepower car. This is quite frankly just my fun car to just putt around in around town right now until it's fixed. And then I'll start taking it to work, and then eventually it'll replace my Mark 7 as my track car. This will become my track rat. But yeah, I mean, it drives fairly good. I mean, it's smooth. It's not very fast, but it drives absolutely fine. Let's see if we can get a rev match. It's pretty close. Hearing a VR with a manual and it being my car just makes it so much better. I wanted one of these for so long, and sure, I bought the worst possible example I could get. Let's be real. Other than it being blown up, which, you know, knock on wood, has it been an issue? I probably shouldn't be saying that, honestly. My luck has not been great lately. See, I was gonna rev match it, but I'm gonna have to wait for this truck anyway. But it drives, as you guys can tell, pretty okay. Like, is it perfect? No. But it's a work in progress. A couple months time, this thing will be absolutely wonderful to drive. And hopefully I'll be able to start beating on this thing, because I've done a couple pulls, and I will tell you, with the amount of timing it's pulling because of the worn chains, it is pretty anemic in comparison to my Mark 7, but give it a little bit of rip around the twisties. It definitely does not handle as good as my Mark 7, but it's got, you know, a significant amount of times more of the mileage than my Mark 7 does. But it's fun. It's a fun little car. I think it was definitely worth the money, especially considering my friends also just bought VR6 cars, and both of theirs are 3.2 with DSGs, and they spent 5 times what I did on this car. She may be clapped out, but she's fun clapped out, not clapped out, you know what I mean? Like, this thing has been a treat. All right, guys. There you guys go. Second introduction to the channel with my $1,400 project car that if you guys want to see more of as we begin finishing this car up and buttoning it up and making it actually fun and perfect and all that kind of stuff, go check out my main channel, VW with Jordan. It'll be linked in the outro, or I guess now, and the description. That's also where I build this car. So if you guys watched my last video, you guys got to see me drive this, and soon probably do a video on that car. Maybe I'll bring this camera along on our road trip and I'll do something with it. I don't know, probably not, but maybe that'll be a when we get back thing. But if you guys want to see more of this car, be sure to go check out that channel as well as this car. And thank you guys for watching Backroad Apex. See you guys later.